Wait a second. Oh, that's why. Yeah, so if I actually go and open this one, that was confusing because I fixed the per preview thing. So if I preview, if I come in here and do pnpm dev, pnpm install, and then pnpm dev, then I'll have the file viewer. But I don't want to. Oh, there's already one running. Well, this is the one running that's blocking it. All right, we're not gonna mess with it right now. We're just gonna, because I was testing this earlier actually, so I know this works. I forgot to change the thumbnail in that video. Bummer. Hey, I am new here. What are you building? Kind of building a lot of stuff, to be honest. But the main thing that I'm building is, this is like a side quest, what I'm doing. But the main thing that I'm building is a SaaS app for social media influencers. But I'm kind of building on top of that too. I'll kind of show you if you're still in here, but I got to pull up this development environment, kind of show you. This is V0 of what I want to build, and so I'm rebuilding it on a different architecture. And so part of what I'm doing is 3001. Part of what I'm doing is building a very opinionated stack for which I like to build software on, what I've been building software on for the past 7 years. And like, this is the stack that I'm doing. So I'm building all this in public and building this in public eventually in the next week or so. But basically setting up all the infrastructure and tooling and stuff to where if someone did want to build like a SaaS app in the future on their own, they could, and like they could just clone this repository and they could just start building features and not infra. So, but this is a side quest, and it's kind of like an agentic forward IDE IDE is very loosely, but to where I can code more than one feature at a time and not have a bunch of conflicts. So I'm kind of working through that right now. This is a very devious side quest. All right, so we're gonna commit this. UI build out, and we'll push that. I do want to add another feature in here. These are gonna need to be collapsible, by the way. I'm gonna build out a really cool feature for this recents thing. All right, we need to go into GitHub. And I do need to do this. Create pull request. And then there's another one too. New pull. Folder file view. Create pull request. Both of these need to go in. All right. I need to fix these as well because these fail every time. I need to add end-to-end tests for this. I need to add some more unit tests, and I need to add type checking before we push. Input required and not supplied token. All right, I'm not going to worry about it right this second. We'll build that in a minute. I just want to get the file viewer up here so I can see and edit stuff if I want to. And I want to make some changes to it too. So we'll push that or commit that. Or sorry, merge that. And then we'll come in here, make sure this doesn't have any additional issues. And fix those UI state bugs too. This is work I did yesterday. I'm kind of picking up where I left off. So, just like that. So then we'll go into here for this one. Do another. What if I do a git? Do I have to? So this is the sandbox, or this is the one in active development. Git pull. The very next, well, I just need to see if this file viewer is working first, but the next, what is this one doing? Here actually. I don't really like Code Mirror. I want to go into Google real quick. Oh wait, I'm literally regarded. I mean, I know this is open source, so I don't want to like do all of VS Code, right? That's insane. Putting all of VS Code into mine would be silly. I don't want to fork it, obviously. I definitely don't want to do it. I just want to do a basic real-time file viewer. You're funny. What's my cycle? Actually, I don't do steroids, bro. I've never done steroids. Yo, what up, Sam? What's good, dog? I remember you were here yesterday. What's good, homie? I don't even know what Deca does, actually. Like, I'm so ignorant to, like, the steroid game. Lean muscle mass. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the, what's the other one that everyone does? D-ball? I don't even know. D-ball. Diana ball. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So is that working now? Let's do a, let's quit out of this. I think we can just do a git pull now. Already up to date, pnpm install. I do have to do that because it's a package install. And then pnpm dev. I'm doing this like over here on my coding IDE, so you can't really see it, but I want to find a different. You'll see in a second. It looks pretty trashy, to be honest. So I want to find a different file viewer. Yeah. Because it just looks pretty basic, and I don't like it. So if I maximize this and go to apps, desktop, and say source, screens, dashboard screen, like it just looks really crappy. And if I change something, like in the if the LLM changes something currently with this kind of architecture that we did or did not do, rather, like we have to refresh it, which I do not like. Like it's just terrible. So actually I don't know how that works. Like say I was gonna open this in VS Code, right? I have build Soku open, and go to apps, desktop, source, screens. What is it? Dashboard? Dashboard. Yeah. Let's get this down one. All right, so I have this over here, and I wanna add. This is a test change. I save it. Like when I save this over here, I want it to show up here immediately, right? Because now this is read only, by the way, which also is a problem. I initially set the V1 for this to read only, but if I refresh this, it's not in there, so that's not working. Do comments not show up? That wouldn't make sense. Oh, this is on a different branch. I'm literally goofing right now. This is on or sorry, it's on a different work tree, so it wouldn't even show up. So yeah, but I want to redesign this. I don't like it at all. I don't like the functionality. I don't like how it looks. I don't like anything about it, to be honest. So I kind of did all this, not for nothing yesterday, but I kind of wanted to validate the proof of concept of just like adding a file viewer. So we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run v2 of this, but we're gonna do it in our production version. So what I need to do, I'm all current on main, which is great. Using the thing to help you build the thing has proven not difficult, challenging. So I need to rebuild this and reinstall it. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is come into here, just go ahead and clear this out. I need to rebuild this application. I need something like a Trello board for bugs and features and stuff, because I remember having like 4 or 5 bugs yesterday, 3 or 4 bugs, and I'm such a degen and it was so late last night, I don't remember what they were, to be honest. I know the feature that I want to do, I want 2 features. One is automatic merge conflict resolutions, and the other one is something like, if we're like here, we do Claude -- resume. Well, you have to do it in a new terminal. If you do Claude -- resume, and I didn't know this until yesterday, and a homie in the chat actually put me on to this. You can choose a bunch of different conversations. Control A shows you all of them. And so what I want to do is correlate these conversations with this, whatever work tree, and then use that over here as recents, because right now this is just like work trees and you can't click on them. You can click on them, but I disabled it. And so I want to be able to pull up this conversation from the recents over here. Basically kind of like, I guess, what Claude Code does in their code. Like you can see recents and it shows you what branch it's on or whatever. Like this one's, well, it shows you the status of, which would also be cool. So it's basically like this, but you're not doing it in the cloud. You're doing it on your local device. And so you can see the changes in real time. That's the difference between using Claude, like Claude Desktop, to do this, and using Build Soku to do this, because you'll be able to see your active changes for whatever thing that you're doing in real time, if you're actively developing the app. So we're gonna redesign that. It's a cool, but there's a couple bugs in here, and I kind of want to tackle those before we do any new features. So one thing I need to do for this is say, I remember this was a problem earlier. Claude just do Claude right here. What was happening earlier is if I changed to a different project and then change back, it's fine. These are still running, which is great. But if I change to a new project and then add new terminals, add new work trees, you know, whatever you want to call them, and then go back to this, okay, it fixed it, sweet. Because I was encountering this issue yesterday where I would be like in a long running process with Claude or Codex or whatever IDE, or sorry, whatever LLM I chose, and I would go to a different project and start working on something else, and then go back to this one. All these were gone, and I would have to do Claude -- resume, which was a nightmare. So that one's fixed, which is great. I do want to start one more work tree in here. Oh, it's right here. Before we do that, I need to rebuild PNPM Tari build. Nice. Clear. I think I need to go to CD apps, desktop, PNPM Tari build. I think I can do that. Also, would there be any value in here for adding like a Claude button or a Codex button or a Gemini button or whatever, where it's like you click it and it automatically does like the Claude -- dangerously whatever? Maybe you could set this in permissions and like a settings page where it's like you always start the coding sessions with accept all permissions or whatever. It might be an interesting idea. Don't know if it's a valid, interesting idea, but. All right, so I need to quit this real quick and quickly drag this over there because this is gonna disappear in a second. Replace, which is dope. Okay, I think it did. I think it worked. Let's go applicaciones. Let's go build Soku. Today at 2:07, yeah. Open this little cutie up. Hopefully we don't have any crashes. All right, sweet. Now we have files in here, which is great, which is what we wanted. Again, it's not the best implementation if I'm being completely honest. I don't care for it too much. It looks bad. It's not a good user experience. We don't talk about it though. So I want to exit out of this, do a new one. This is a bug that we have. If I do a new work tree, it goes back to a specific feature, a specific branch on a new work tree. I want it to go, let me just make sure, get branch. Yeah. So it's remembering, clear. It's remembering a previous state, and it's like featured WT1, whatever naming convention that we have it doing on startup. It's remembering that, because like if we go in here, if we go into the file viewer and we go this guy, build Soku. Where are the work trees? The work trees should be in here. Or is it this? No. I gotta see where those work trees are so I can like visually understand what's going on under the hood. I thought it was in here. No. Oh, sidecar. Wait, what? Doesn't make sense. Sidecar? Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be in, it's just Git, so it's supposed to be in here. .work trees, but it's not. All right, let's just explain what's going on. We need to make another one though, to where it's like fresh. It needs to be on its own new branch. So we'll try, yeah. So this one. It's just starting a new work tree based on history. So we need to do this one. We'll do a fix and we'll do work tree cleanup. Work tree cleanup. And we'll save this. Clear. Dangerous to skip permissions. All right, so let's explain our issue real quick. Whenever we start a new session inside of a project, whether it's via the new worktree button or whether it's via the session picker in the drop-down, the grid view, if there has been any previous work on previous work trees, the new worktree button, or again, the grid view selector, starts new sessions, but it defaults to, I think what's going on is old work trees and then starting the terminal based on an old work tree and an old feature branch on that work tree. If we create a new work tree, or select the new work tree from the grid view, it shouldn't default to a specific feature, or sorry, a specific work tree like work trees / feature WT3. I think it should be unique every time with some like ID rather than a sequential numbering system, because clicking the new work tree shouldn't default back to a previous one. It should be unique every time. And then if we want to recall If we want to recall a work tree, we can do that in another area of the app, but not through this. So each time someone starts a new work tree, either from the button or the grid view, it should be a unique one. Unique and new, and should default to a unique work tree name and unique branch, both of which should be able to be editable. Currently, the branch name is editable, but not the work tree name. So maybe we should consider allowing the user to rename the work tree as well, but maybe that's V2. Hopefully that was recording this whole time, because I desperately don't want it to. Let me just make sure that was running, dude. I'm pasting the right thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's let that cook. While that one's working, there was something else that I wanted to do. Yeah, because every time, that's what's happening. When we do a new work tree, it's just defaulting to feature WT1, feature WT2. And so when it pulls up this work tree, it just goes back to whatever branch was on that. But it's like I don't want to work on, if I start a new, if I come to build and I exit out of these, I don't necessarily want to delete that work tree and that branch yet, but I definitely don't want it to remember sequentially WT1 is on this feature. Like if I click new, oh shoot, it just created new ones down here, but if I click new, I want it to just be a new one, right? So yeah. So while that's working, actually, let's do this. This is a new feature because it has, this is going to be a hard one though, because there's going to be branch conflicts, maybe. Let's do feature, recent work, recent view, recent view functionality. Save. All right, so I want to reimagine how the recents list view functions. Right now it's view only, and it shows like the recent work trees that have been worked on and the features within that. I want to do it more like Claude Code Desktop does, where, let me see over here so I can like visually see what's going on. let me do it in a second, where they're based on not only the work tree and the Git branch, but the LLM sessions that happen within them. So if you think about, if you do Claude -- resume, let's go in here. I gotta explain this thoroughly. Claude -- resume. This might be hard. Control A. Yeah, so I need to paste this in here too. -- resume. It shows a list of all the most recent conversations, and it shows where that conversation happened, you know, specifically as pertains to the project that it's in. I'll provide screenshots of both examples. Please review them for visual and functionality reference. What I want to be able to do is manage the work trees and the branches and the conversations from the Recents tab, and be able to either recall a work tree and branch, or recall a conversation that happened on that work tree and or branch. I also want to be able to delete the work tree based on its merged status, which should be, you know, pulled from GitHub. But I'm open to suggestions, as this is a very robust feature. All right, so let's screenshot this. Drag that in there. And let's screenshot this. And let's drag that in there. Let's send this off and see what it suggests. Short unique ID, disk aware sequential, timestamp based. I don't hate that. I mean short unique ID is probably the best. You noted work tree name isn't editable, only the branch. How far should I take that? Rename syncs the folder. Let's defer that, I think. Let's defer that. No one cares about work tree names, I don't think. Submit. Also, you know what's a lost art? The lost art of making UI highly editable, right? Because like for right now, this is like all people get. The only UI thing that anyone can change are these colors over here. If you long press, like you can choose a different color that's associated for that project or whatever. And I think I made it to where these change on those too. Maybe it's not in real time though. Maybe I didn't do that yet. I can't remember. I wanted to, but whatever. I wonder how many of the homies. What was that application called? When raw when. When something when. It was just Windows Media Player. Like remember this? And you could like edit it and stuff. Like this was so cool when I was in my early, like this one, I love this one. This one was cool. The one with the spaceship looking one was cool. The goo was silly. Where was the spaceship looking one? Oh, those were cool too. Skins, I think that's what it's called. Skins Archive. Let's see. Yeah, that was like a Rust one too or something like that. Remember these? I don't know if anyone's old enough to remember these, but where's the Rust one? I don't remember these. These must have been new. I remember that one. This one was obviously iconic. Yeah, this one, the rusty one. I remember that one. There was like a spaceship one too, though. It was like all. How cool would it be to build something like Build Soku or whatever and like enable, oh dude, Half-Life, I forgot about that one too. It was crazy. Dang. Yeah, build something like MySoku and like make it have skins like this and themes. I bet if you did this, obviously this would be very difficult for this kind of application because for obvious reasons, but this one was ridiculous. So dope. Some nostalgia going on right now, boys. Obviously, this is a little bit simpler because it's like you can only do a certain amount of things, right? You had the EQ, the play buttons. Anyways. I don't want to download this. It's silly. Okay, what are you asking me? Yeah. Why did it change branches? I didn't really want it to do that. I just wanted it to stay on this one. It's already on a unique one. Let's make this bigger and see what's going on here. Recents canvas. Upgrade sidebar list. Depreciated recents view. Oh yeah. Where should the reimagined recents primarily live? I think like this one. Yeah. Grouped by work tree. Where should the list be organized? Flat recency list. I think this, grouped by work tree. Which agent's conversations should recents read for V1? Claude. We'll just do Claude for now. Also parse Codex sessions in Gemini. These sessions store more coverage, but each has its different on disk format. Adds real parsing edge case to V1. I mean, send it. When deleting a work tree, what should be removed? Merge status pulled from GitHub via GitHub PR with a local git commit. Get merged fallback when GH is offline. One click enabled only when merged. Confirm otherwise. Remove the work tree directory. Yeah, probably both. This is a good question. I mean, you should probably clean up everything once it's merged. But then if you want to go back and do more stuff on that, this is the best as far as like software development lifecycle goes, because it forces you to do correct branching standards, and there might be conflicts in the future. Yeah, so we'll yeah. Yeah. Also, I dig the Liquid Drum and Bass, but it's like the only station that I can listen to on here that's like not copyrighted. Doesn't have like copyright laws. So, but it gets a little old. Let's make this bigger and see what's going on. Be cool if I could reorder these. If I could like click and drag and reorder them. That might be a cool little fancy feature, just like bring the ones that I want to like the beginning or something like that. Also like a notification thing would be cool. There's a lot of features I could build in here. Like a notification thing when one of these terminals is asking for approvals on something would be dope. Like 1, 2, 3, whatever. Then we're reaching into like system OS stuff for like Mac OS and Android updates and stuff like that. But All right. There was something else I wanted to work on. Oh, the files. That's what it was. Let's go in here and do another one. I want to move on to V2 of the folder file view. Currently, this is what it looks like right now, which is just trash. I don't like the package that we're using for the files, either the file picker or the file, like the file viewer. I want it to more closely match VS Code. Not necessarily implying that we need to fork VS Code, but if we can emulate some of the like basic core functionality of VS Code that they use under the hood and implement that into this file viewer system. I also want it to be editable, like not just view only, because it's not hard, especially considering VS Code is open source and we can grab the source code that's necessary for this. So let's reimagine the files viewer and make a new plan on the refactor. And that's what I wanted to do too, right here. Let's go ahead and start another one. Bummer, it's a bug. Oh, I just saw Duke's comments. For whatever reason, YouTube defaults to this thing called top chat, which some messages such as potential spam may be not visible is what it tells me. And I always forget to change it to live chat. So like I didn't even see his last message. It gives you loads of muscle but erectile dysfunction, which I could see why Google would potentially. Why won't it let me add new sessions? I guess I could do it on this one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me add another session, because I want to work on something else right now, but I don't want to use these. But I guess I could just fix this right now in here. Currently, I don't know why this is happening, but in the UI right now, we have 5 different terminals open in the build Soku project. And when I click new work tree or select a new amount of work trees from the grid view, the new work tree card will flash, but then disappear immediately and it won't persist. This is a big bug. What about in here? Can I add a new one in here? It must be, it's gotta be It's got to be because of the worktree branch naming. Let's do a video real quick of this. I think I know what it is actually. And then do new just so I can see what the flash is. Like what the worktree name is. Oh, it's nothing. Oh no, see right there. It's defaulting to worktree 1, which is already a thing, I think. And then I should have done 2 as well. Yeah, so it's defaulting to WT1, which is already a branch somewhere else, and it's probably under the hood giving an error like this branch is already in use by another work tree. And so it doesn't surface that error to me. But like if I were to try and check out feature per terminal preview in VS Code, this is probably what it is actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. If I were to do this, if I were to git checkout feature per terminal preview, it'll give me this error. Fatal feature per terminal preview is already used by a work tree at, and then that work tree. So that's probably what it's doing. I need to Monaco. Yeah, so what I think is happening is there are work tree conflicts to where when I add a new one, it's defaulting back to WT1, and it's probably under the hood giving an error kind of like the following. Where did this go? Which this actually might fix that. So I might not even push this work. But yeah, reordering these would be cool. Because I like to have, I guess I could just exit out of this one, but. Because I want to add another one down here and work on a second feature, which is autofix. Well, like a settings page. A settings page would be cool with some options on what type of commits and pushes you want to do. And then autofix merge conflicts. Because when working with work trees, the most common issue is merge conflicts between files. I should have used Gemini for the recent styles refactor. I bet you that there's someone out there that's creating an LLM orchestration system to where, you know, you use one of them for prompting and like the initial code plan, and then it'll pass it to like this orchestration layer where if you want Codex to build the tests, Codex builds the tests for it. Claude builds like the app code, and then maybe Gemini would build like the UI. It'd be kind of cool to like distribute tasks to different LLMs based on what you think that their expertise are, right? Because a lot of people say that Gemini has like really good UI building capabilities. That'd be kind of cool instead of just using one for everything. The unfortunate part about that is you'd probably have to use the API and not obviously the CLI. Well, you'd have to use the API. Let me think about this. Yeah. That would be a hard one. That'd be a hard one to figure out. That'd be cool though, to be honest. This is gonna doing stuff like this, 3-4 big things in parallel though, is gonna eat up my usage for sure. Because I'm only on the $100 plan because I don't really do this. I don't work on 4 features in parallel. But that's the whole reason why I built Soku to begin with, was to be able to do rapid development on my app. This is kind of like this is a grandeur of a side quest. This is like, yeah, this is a massive side quest. I own this product. I do, yeah. This is something I built. What's today? Thursday? It's Saturday, dude. I just said Thursday. It tells you how long of a week it's been. Tells you how long it's been, dude. Oh. Aditya, this is basically Atari 2 app, which is a Rust shell. And then the UI is built on React under the hood. But Atari, React, Vite. Under here, the file viewer is Code Mirror, but I don't like that. I'm changing it right now. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of built this to help me code with LLMs faster. That's a good question. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you mean by wise shell. Like, why do I use Tari 2 and not just like custom code? I would say simplicity, to be honest. And I would like to roll this out to roll this out to Windows and Linux. It's not like in my plans to. I don't either, to be honest. I think that's why I'm confused. All right. I thought it was to build backends. No, good. I don't know much about shell, to be honest. I don't even know if I said that word. Did I say that? I may have said it. I don't know. Either way. I mean, I said Rust. I don't know. All right, so is this done? One related thing I left alone, separate from this bug. No card vanishing. Okay, I don't want to do anything with this one yet, because this might fix the issue. PR9. Let's go to GitHub real quick. Pull requests, new work tree sessions always create unique, fresh work tree. All right. The bad thing is, well, actually, I think because I don't have a shell working right now, this is the beauty of what this is. If it works right now, it's, for anyone in chat, this is why this one is better than other ones people are doing, in my humble opinion, is because for every panel that you open, with some caveats, you can start your own preview. Let's see. So this one's set to 1430. This is the only caveat. The only caveat with this is you have to make sure that you're on a unique port, which is why I wanted to do the file system so I could update it. Save run config. I need to change that too. But let's see if this, I think it's because I need to do a pnpm install. Which leads me to want to be able to do more than one terminal in here, because I don't really want to cancel out of this and then do a pnpm install and then come back into Claude. But that's what I'm gonna have to do. So let's kill this process, do pnpm install on this work tree, and then do Claude -- resume. And head out. Hey, thanks for dropping in, big dog. I appreciate you. Fix work tree. Yeah, this one. So we'll bring this one back up. No big deal. Go back into preview and see if it runs now. Stop. Start. I think this will work. No. Dang. I gotta get these errors somehow. Was I quick enough? I don't think I was. No. gotta make it to where the preview maintains, that's another bug. I gotta make it to where the preview maintains the logs so I can like copy them and debug them. It's annoying. Dude, why isn't it copying? This is very annoying. Hello. You gotta be kidding me, dude. This is what we're coming to, chat. I don't like what I'm doing, by the way. I don't like this. Dude, where are those screenshots going? I'm confused. I'm about to lose my mind, dude. Oh, it's because I got too much going on. My computer's slowing down, that's why. I need a new computer. Moral of the story. My computer is like full of files. So I've got like 2 gigabytes of storage left, which is making it run really slowly. So I've got to clear up this stuff, dude. I need a new computer ASAP. I think I just realized it's actually really funny. What was it like that for? Was it like that the whole stream? It was like that the whole stream. I just realized that the screen was frozen the entire stream. Like I was talking, but like no one could see what I was like showing on my screen because it was an OBS. I had to refresh it. That's actually wild. That the homies in chat would even like stay and talk when I wasn't even moving my mouse around. That's crazy. This music is not it. All right, we're cranking through these. This one's going really slow for some reason. This one's like updating the plan for the file viewer, because this is just, this V1 proof of concept was fine, but it's like terrible. I can barely even read this. Yeah, and it's not even editable. It's just read only. So this music is killing me. Whew. I miss Fable 5. Not gonna lie about it. I feel like it did better work. I mean, it was more expensive, obviously, token wise, but it did better work for longer. Okay, there's a couple gigabytes left, so let's go to preview and try this again. While this is cooking, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Surprised we haven't used more usage, by the way, because these are like cranking on extra high. But I guess that's, maybe they made Opus 4.8 cheaper after Fable came out. Because they definitely didn't give me any like more usage. Yeah, I think the next feature that I'm going to build is some sort of notification system where when it's asking me to like approve something, there's like a little notification bell right here, or a notification bell like right here or something would be sick. Be cool. I guess Tmux. I think Tmux is for sub-agents. I've used Tmux once, and it was like 3 or 4 months ago, and I didn't like it. But I think Tmux is for like sub-agents within a single session. This is similar. And like this is a side quest of mine. Like this isn't actually what I want to be building, to be honest. I think it's really useful, but I'm kind of just building it for myself. I'm just fixing some bugs and adding like a couple little features that I like. But the uniqueness of this, it comes down to how like writing software works, specifically pertaining to Git trees. If you're familiar with Git at all, Payne. I'm going to assume you are, but just so I can show you what I'm talking about. The problem with developing with AI is, in my humble opinion, is if you're truly vibe coding, right? If you're truly vibe coding and you're not really looking at the code all that much. Which there's two sides of the camp, right? Half is like, no, you need to be reviewing what it's doing. And the other half is like, dude, as long as it works. And I'm somewhere in the middle. To be honest. What's the main thing you're planning? Was working on something along these lines with Open Code SDK at the back end. Okay. So with that said, with the two different camps, right? The developer for building features is the bottleneck now, because you think of big software shops, Amazon, Facebook, Claude, or Anthropic, or whatever. Their bottleneck to like feature backlogs are new developers, right? But if you're gonna be a solo founder or like build features by yourself on your own, and you want to use AI to do that, the bottleneck is then kind of time, right? Because currently, if you use something like Tmux, or you use something like VS Code, or whatever, you can only really work on one feature at a time on your computer. unless you're using Claude Code desktop and you do it like in the cloud and it creates its own branches and stuff like that. But the problem with that is like you can't see the changes until it's done, and then you have to pull it down to your computer, view it on your phone, view it on the computer, whatever. And so like that's not how I develop code. That's not how I've done it for the past 7 years. It's like that's not how developers do it either. Like you usually work on a feature. You work on a feature, and then you view the feature, obviously, in real time. And you're like, okay, I like this. This is broken. You do debugging, go back and fix it, refactor, edit, all that stuff. You can't do that in the cloud, right? You can't do that with cloud tasks. So this kind of solves that, right? I'm using work trees. I'm using some I wouldn't say advanced Git stuff under the hood, but I'm using Git methodology under the hood to be able to code multiple features at once. And what I'm doing right here is trying to fix it, being able to view those in real time. So like this one's done, this one's done, this one's not done yet. I should be able to preview these changes when I click this start button that have nothing to do with the previews changes in this one. But if I were to do it all on one branch at one time, it would be terrible. There would be merge conflicts. There would be a holy host of bugs. Like, it's, in my humble opinion, this is just based on my own experience. Whenever you build, and this is just software engineering principles 101, new features go on new branches. New bugs go on new branches. You can't fix a bug and build a feature on the same branch. You can't do it. I mean, you can, but that's a life choice, and you're shooting yourself in the foot, in my opinion. So this kind of solves that for me personally. Trump hates Anthropic. We no longer live in a free society. Yeah, I can't really speak to that, dude, because I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know how it was a security risk, how Fable 5 was a security risk. So it could be valid, it couldn't be invalid. I actually know nothing. I didn't read into it. I just know that Fable 5 was goated, and now we don't have it, which is super sad, Panda. God. And I can't copy this error either. I need to fix this. Have I checked the new GLM model? I don't think so. I don't even know what GLM is, to be honest. What is this? What is GLM? I've never used this. Who makes this? Like, is this by anyone big? Do they have a CLI? MCP. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna have to try it out. I haven't looked at it yet though. Really cheap cost-wise, might want to consider for some sub-agent work. Okay, yeah, I'll look into it for sure. I'll look into it for sure. Is it good at coding? Do you know if GLM 5 or whatever it's, GLM 5 point whatever it is? GLM marks. Sort by okay. Oh, so 5.2 is the new one. Check out LLM Arena. Is it this? Arena AI? No. LLM stats? No. I don't think I'm on the right one. Is there a you have a link? You have a link to LLM Arena? Usually good leaderboard for LLMs that crowdsourced, blind tested, so it helps actually find good models for work. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of them nowadays are like being paid. I wouldn't put it past any of these big providers to pay people for reviews. If people pay for Google reviews, if people pay for Amazon reviews, you best believe people are going to pay for LLM reviews. You know, which basically is like maybe a benchmark, I don't know. Like who's to say they're being integrous? You know, not everyone runs on a high level of integrity, to be honest, contrary to popular belief. go and try and do it in here and see what happens. Which one is this? Recent view functionality. Let's see if this works in here actually. I would be ecstatic if it did. For sure, LLM SEO is something people are definitely working on. Yeah. This is the same error as this one, so whatever it is. It might be a I gotta record this actually because I don't know what the actual error is. It says error. God dang it. Oh, port 30 is already in use. See, that's why I need this file system to work, so I can just go ahead and change the port in here. But I can get around that. Let's just change this one first. Change the port to 1440 for now. Because I don't have access to this work trees. This is why I added this panel in here for files. So that if I wanted to go in and manually change something, I didn't have to ask the LM to do it. Because this is like a trivial, stupid task. So I could go in and change the port myself. Because I'm like somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle of like hands-on and hands-off. Like sure, code for me. I'm not going to send a piece of snail mail to a buddy across, the country when I can send him an email or a text. But I kind of want to know what the text is that I'm sending, All right, let's try that. All right, let's try this. Let's see what this little cutie looks like. This might fail too. Who knows? I think this is asking me to kill. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Nice. Okay, I don't like the, like off the rip, I don't like the UI. Because I can already tell. It's terrible. This is actually dope. If I could, oh man, if I could just scoot this out a little bit and like show y'all what this is. This is actually pretty fire. Yo. Okay. So for one, for anyone watching, don't ask again. Don't ask me again, dude. This is actually really fire, dude. I think I'm onto something here, boys. I actually think I'm onto something here, boys. As far as like agentic coding workflows go, this could be huge. If I get once this one over here gets finished, once this one like right here gets finished, I'm gonna show y'all why this is huge. I do need to come in here. and show it that it's all bunched up and it's not a good UI, but this is a sidebar view. You can tell that it's not a good UI. We need to make sure that it is good UI, UX, and everything is visible. Redesign this to make it fit inside of the sidebar. Yes. Let's see if this one starts now. I don't think it will, but maybe. I don't think this one's on. None of these are on. I think this is saying that there's another port being used. Let me record this one too. Yeah, port 4030 is already in use. Okay. Yeah, so just change the port, dude. $14.50. This might make my computer run super slow when I do this, but it'll be cool to show y'all. That could be another feature in here where it automatically reassigns the ports based on availability. Yes. Right. Because like I don't want to do this every time. I think that's like software, right? You don't know stuff until you figure out that it's broken. Yes. Wait. Yes. So I can go in here, preview methinks, and I think this one should work. Dude, no way. I know for a fact there's nothing running on 1450. Unless it was this one. So I was running in the background. All right, so now we can start this, methinks. Yeah. All right, so we're working on two different features, right, at the same time on the same computer. on different branches, on different work trees. So like their changes don't conflict. So this is gonna be fire to show you guys in real time. So this is, for all intensive, like for hopefully this pulls up in a second, but this one right here is for this terminal, and this one, the new one, is for this terminal. So I'm working on two different features at the same time, like in true parallel. So you can see this one has these recent changes, and this one doesn't. And then this one's a fixed, a dev fix branch. So it's gonna be kind of hard to show, I think. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of. So these work trees start on. These work trees start on this kind of naming convention, right? This is how it was before. And so if I add, let's get rid of this one. If I add another one, it should be a different naming structure. So let's see what happens. Doink. Yeah, so it created a new naming structure because we didn't want. We were running into conflicts with naming, with branch naming conventions. Also, it preceded it with feature, which we don't need. We just need the work tree and then the number, because it can't. We're not going to change the work tree after that. But anyways, it fixed the bug, which is sick. Now we can have higher confidence that we're shipping good stuff. Very, very cool, dude. My vision is coming together for this. I'm like, this is very interesting, actually. I might be cooking, chat. I might be cooking on this, actually. All right, well, let's go ahead and kill this. We don't need it for now. Let's commit this. Now on port 1440 in the workspace, but the headless render against the real token already confirms the layout holds a sidebar width. That's kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Shows the PR that it was connected to. I wonder if we should make the sidebar a little wider. Or make it at least draggable. How do other apps do this? Does chat have any suggestions? What do y'all think the UI should be for this? Also, I don't like that polling. I don't like the visible polling. I think you should just do it under the hood. Anyways, let's not be pedantic. We could make the sidebar wider, but if it was for like smaller screens, like this, maybe we could make the sidebar expandable and collapsible. Maybe. I like that idea. So we need to go back to the main one. Let's make this sidebar be able to be expandable and collapsible. Expanded view is wider than it currently is. I don't know by how much, not too much, but so it allows for more room in the sidebar to be able to view like the work tree names, the recents and all that stuff. We need to add more room in the UI to be able to view the different details of those recents. Also, I want to change this. Also, I want to wait. Yeah. Also, I want to make a change to the worktree naming convention. It doesn't need to be preceded with feature dash. It can just be WT dash, unique hash like we just implemented in this feature. So let's remove the feature dash. Shoot. So let's see, is this updating in real time? Do we like that? I like this a lot. Also, one addition. Also, one change I want to make to this is the visual polling. I don't want the users to see that it's polling in the background. I just want it to update when those changes come in. But there shouldn't be like a loading spinner or a glitch in between states. Like it should just seamlessly transition from update to update, depending on if new changes come in or not. But yeah, I want to remove I want to remove the loading spinner when it is polling for those changes, and remove the flickering as well. Yeah, that polling is dookie. I don't want to mess anything up right now, so it's like I don't want to. Can I recall this? Okay, so this is WT1. Let's clear this out. Let's recall this one and see what happens. Okay, so that's the whole thing. That's variant though. Wait a second. That's on variant. This is on build Soku, so let's recall this one. It's just the one. Okay, so variant already had those open. Sorry. So let's go out of here. And then go back down to a variant one. Recall. It just does the one. Okay. And if I go to build Soku, I can do recall. It just does the one. And then if I go back to variant and then go back to build Soku, will it do one or more? It'll add the second one. Cool, that's exactly what I thought it was gonna do. I need to change these to the same color as this because I was getting confused of why it was green. So I'm gonna add that in there too. Also, I want to add a UI update for the project pills that are over the recents, or in the recents sections. I want to ensure that the color of the text for those are the same as the color in the projects view that's selectable by the user. This will help with visual differentiation between projects versus right now where they're all hard-coded to our brand green color. So let's add that in there. What does this button do? Oh, I forgot about that part. This is actually so sick, dude. So not only can you recall that work tree, you can recall the conversations that you were having within that work tree. So similar to Claude Code, this is actually super dope, dude. Very fire, actually. So let's find one where it's like a bunch of conversations, yeah. This is actually super fire, dude. I'm gonna let this cook real quick. And I wanna change these buttons. I don't like these. I don't like the deletes over here for sure. We'll keep them for now, I guess. I don't really know what to do with them yet, so. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. I wish it was a little bigger. It's so small. Like, I don't have the best eyes in the world, but this is actually super fire, chat. Very, very cool. I'm stoked about this. Just even for myself, like, this is gonna make me do so much more, so much quicker. I think I want to emulate how the actual project view looks, or the projects in the projects view look, instead of coloring the text to the color of the circle. We just need to include the color of the circle preceding the name of the project, just like in the projects list view. I think this is better UI UX as far as like users associating a recents pill with a projects pill. So redesign it to match. Yeah, I think that's better. It's like this having a dot and a white text and then red text with the same color of the dot. In my mind, doesn't add up. Maybe we should make the color of the dot right here, like this dot come down here, for like the same kind of style. I'm not a designer though, dude. If there's anything I am not, dude, it's a UI designer. It's not my strong suit. Not my strong suit. After this change though, I'm gonna call it a day and bounce out of here. Okay, so remove the pill. I don't hate that, I don't think. I don't think I hate that. There's a better UI though. I don't know what it is, but there's a better one somewhere. Commit these changes, open a PR, and fix any potential merge conflicts. The next feature that I want to do is dynamic unique port association, because I can foresee issues where like what I'm experiencing in here, right? Like I was trying to start this dev server and I had to change this port to 1450, but this one's still on 1430. And so when I merge this one into main and I try and merge this one into main, it's going to be a conflict because this port is going to get taken up. So it'd be nice if we could intelligently, depending on your project, make it go to a unique port every time versus being hard coded. But that's on a project level thing. Like, how do I do that as a software that helps people run code simultaneously? How do I automatically detect what port it's telling it to run on and then run it on another one? So I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that, and kind of cook up in the dome piece. Also, we just crossed the 300 subscriber mark. That's super cool. Thank you everyone who dropped a follow, dropped a like. I really appreciate it. It means more than you know. As a small emerging creator, streamer, means so much, bro. My dogs. Thank you. Also, how do I have 182 gigabytes worth of documents? We gotta figure this storage thing out. I mean, I only have 500 gigs in here, so it's like not that much to begin with, but I need a new machine, TBH. All right, so those got in there. Let's go into GitHub real quick. Look at the PRs that are open. I need to fix these lint issues. Yeah. Wait, did I finish that one? Commit these changes and push to remote, and oh wait, so this is another one. Change the port to 1460. Oh, 1460, so I can run locally without. Change the port to 1460. Because I want to see this before I push anything. And I think I can get rid of this one actually, because this is different. This is a bug that had to do with a change that came with this one. $14.60. One of them. Did it clear one of them out? Just preview. Maybe I stopped this one. I can't remember. All right, start. It might fail because I need to do a pnpm install. Click files. Yes, much better, dude. Much, much better than the old one. So I'll show you guys a comparison actually. So over here is the new changes that we made, and these are the old ones. So this is the old file system, and I don't know, it just looks clunky to me, to be honest. It's like the text is weird. This is a package, so I didn't really have too much control over this. Desktop, it has like some glitching. Let's see if this one has glitching in a second. Source, we'll go into screens and then dashboard screen. And so this is what it looks like. And then we'll go, same thing over here. So they're still glitching, which I don't like. Source, screens, dashboard. Okay, yeah, so it just follows. Oh, but it shows me the diff. Oh wait, no, it shows me errors. This is a lent thing though. But I can edit in here now if I wanted to, so I can go in here. Hello world. Save it. Don't know why this refresh button's here. We'll leave it for now because I don't want to mess with it. Save it. That should go away after we do this because I didn't change anything. Yeah, nice. All right, sweet. I can commit those changes. So go back in here, go to terminal, folder, file view, commit the changes, open a PR, and resolve any merge conflicts. So let's go in here to GitHub. I want to do fix these first is the first one I want to do. Merge that. And go back in here. Move desktop dev server to port 1450. Is that the only thing we did though? Yeah, I don't care about that one. Reimagine recents. Ah, nice. So this is recent view functionality. So we got to go back into that one. Feature, recent view functionality. Merge main into this branch and fix the two merge conflicts that are in workspace screen.tsx and workspace-recents.test.tsx. That'd be cool if there was like some UI in here to where it knew that there was a PR open for this branch and it knew that there was merge conflicts somehow, and you could click a button and it would say resolve merge conflicts and it would do it under the hood for you. That'd be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope. We're basically building, we're building a lot of stuff right now. We're cooking actually. But yeah, once this gets done, let's see. I need to fix those linters. lint errors. Bum, 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 bum. Wait, what is this? Did I do something in here? Oh, right. Create pull request. This one's gonna have some merge conflicts for sure ski. No? Shocking. When you're done, commit and push the changes. When you're done, commit and push the changes. Oh, did you already push it? I think it already pushed it. This is recent view. Yeah, did you already push it? Yeah, no conflicts with base branch. Nice. Let's merge that. And then let's go to pull requests. File viewer. I don't need that. File viewer. I can close that one actually. Okay. So I need to go into this one. What is this? Folder file view. Work tree cleanup, state bugs, folder file view. Merge main into wait, what a second. Wait. What? Hold on. Folder file view. Is there one called Monaco editor integration? Monaco? No? Okay. Merge main into this branch and fix the two merge conflicts in tari.config.json and the vite.config.ts. Actually, these are probably the ports. Yeah, it is the ports. So we'll just go 4030 actually. We'll do current change. I could just do this myself. 4030. Actually, the typical one is 4020, but I guess we'll put it back to default. 4020. Mark is resolved. And then this one, we'll go back to that too. 4020. Since it's all 4020. Oh wait. 4020. Mark is resolved. Commit. Committing merge. All right. Go here. This can be closed because we don't, this was like a chore thing. Let's close this pull request. So we're clean. Let's go into the main one, I guess. I know this looks goofy, but I love that this is doing this because it means that what I'm doing is working. All right, so where are we? We need to go to build Soku. We need to go on main, get pull, bring in a butt ton of changes, which is beautiful. Clear this, and then do right here, PNPM Tari build. Let's see if it builds. With all those new changes in it, dang it. Oh, I got a PNPM install. PNPM install. Yeah. I'm doing this in VS Code, by the way. I could do it in the terminal, but it's just easier. All right, let's quit this because we're gonna have to anyways. Those should go away, I think, I hope. We'll quit that and quit that. Nice. I don't know what that is. Replace. Hopefully. Let's go Finder, new, applications, build Soku. Nice. Got all our changes in there. I'm sure there's some bugs. I'm sure there's some bugs in there, but it's just kind of sick. I like this a lot. This is a cool feature. The files are now a little better. I can edit them now. Okay, sick. Yeah, this is dope. Fix UI state bugs. Clear that. Clear that. Clear that. Clear that. I do want to see if feature file folder view has 7 different conversations that I started at it at different times. What happens if I 1 minute ago, let's go this one. I wanted to add a new tab. Let's resume this one and see what happens. So dope, dude. It brings up the branch it was on, and it brings up that conversation. So it's kind of like Claude Code under the hood, right? Like if you think of Claude and you go to the code tab, you go to this code tab and it has these different conversations that you've had. It's just instead of grouping it by whatever this groups it by, I actually don't even know. A filter would be nice. That's the next one. That'd be nice. Yeah, instead of doing it by whatever it sorts it by, it does it by conversation ID. So sick, dude. All right, boys. Well, that's the day for me. I accomplished everything I wanted to, which was implement this new recents feature to where we can recall different conversations that we've had within separate work trees. I can delete and remove them from this. I renamed or did this color thing, did the new file system where we can edit the files, fixed a couple bugs. Today was massively successful, actually, wildly successful. That was super dope. I need to get back to like my main quest because like side quest is pretty much complete. I could keep building features in this if I wanted to, and I probably will, but I gotta keep working on Launch Soku. I think that's what I want to do right here is when I click on the project, the recents for that project show up by default. I actually don't know. I'm not going to think about it right now. Successful day for you, boy. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I'm going to go try and touch some grass, get outside, maybe get out on my dirt bike. Who knows? But I appreciate everyone joining. I'm gonna bounce. Y'all be easy. Peace, fam.